staring at me like, let's go. Don't even have my socks and shoes on yet. I think we'll wear our my toe is all not happy. I officially lost my toenail on my right foot finally. My left foot though is gonna be like pretty much the whole toenail is loose, but it is hanging on the, it's like still attached on the very right edge of it, and so it will not just come off. And I might have to go to a doctor to get it, just have it removed. But like I was able to clip about, I don't know, at least half of it, maybe a little more than that. But we'll see. It is in a break in between rain, so we're gonna try and just do a nice little run. I did not sleep well last night because it was just so muggy inside the van here. I gotta blow my nose. Blow my nose. It is chilly. Why is that stuck to the freaking thing? I see blue sky. I looked at I've been looking at the radar, and this is when it said to go for a run. And I could see a little bit of blue sky. I mean, there's the way the storm is rotating, it's coming straight from the south currently. And it's kind of like wrapping around us. So the big band is actually just right over there. Maybe 10 miles away is all. Maybe 10 miles away is the big band of rain right now. You can see it across the way, but at least right there is blue. Oh geez, I can't actually look over to see where it's not clear from the direction that the rain is coming from, but it looks like it's supposed to hold off at least enough that we can go grab maybe 4 or 5 miles. I think we'll do the little loop. It is doing a number on my nose, though. My sinuses are not liking the change in weather right now. Oh, I got a jacket on because it's cold. Hopefully this jacket will be good enough. I'm not in the wind right now, and I can feel how cold it is. My leggies are probably gonna freeze. I'm gonna take my gloves just in case. And I'm gonna start the van so it can run and charge while we are running, because we'll probably be running for about an hour, depending on how fast I go. Maybe a little less than that. Are we gonna be good? I don't know. I guess we'll find out. She's like jumping up in the front seat like we're driving somewhere. We're not driving anywhere. We're going for a run. Yeah. We're going for a run, sweet girl. I think we're okay. It looks like this band that's kind of over here is just like this one right here, which is very windy. Man, look at the way those clouds are moving up there. The wave look to them, it tells you how windy it is. But these clouds are moving so freaking fast. But over here is the big band that is just on the radar, is like yellow and red for intensity. I'm gonna put my gloves on. It's fucking cold. It is supposedly 52 degrees out, and it feels like it. Okay, I'll be right back. Freaking crazy pants? What are you doing? Gosh dang, she's weird. Whoa, gee. Drop my glove. Yeah, I'm just gonna drop all my gloves for whatever reason. I guess I have no coordination to put a glove on. That's nice. Okay. So we are in between waves. That would be the best way to say it. We're in between waves of rain. Like, it's supposed to keep raining up until about 5 o'clock tonight, I think. But yeah, it's like there's a big long band right here, and then this one just came through right here. And that's what hit us, but as you can see, it's like blue sky right here. Maybe you can go there, now you guys can see blue sky. To include, like, you can see the edge of the band right there. So the clouds are coming from this direction, like they're coming straight south of us and coming right. Really, I mean, it's kind of almost coming from the southeast. I would say south-southeast. But I gotta put my glove on. And it has been like all night was damn near like every 20 minutes we get some rain. It would rain for like 5 minutes, and then you have 20 minutes of no rain. And then you have 20 minutes of no rain, and then from about, oh, probably since about 6 o'clock this morning, maybe, it has been every hour. It's like changing about every hour. And it looks like it's going to be like that most of the rest of the day. It'll be, you'll have like a band come through where it'll rain for like 10-15 minutes, and then it looks like we'll have like you know, hour to 2 hours of nothing. So we're gonna take this opportunity to get running and changing plans. I learned yesterday, contacted the director. Well, he contacted me about something else, and I was like, oh, that's right, I needed to message you. And so I asked him about JFK, and they don't need me, so we are not heading back east. So I gotta figure out, we might cruise over to Texas and hang out at that beach for a little bit. So before I have to start my training block. So we'll see. Part of me that really wants to go to Mexico, but I have too many items currently on me that I am not allowed to take to Mexico. So if you know, you know. New YouTube video is posted, and I don't know, I gotta play with some settings or something. I don't know. I played with it forever, but when I watched it on my TV last night while I was still enlisted, like after I got it uploaded, I'm not a fan of the video quality on it, and I'm freaking recording on 4K 60 FPS, and I'm wondering if that's what it is. I wonder if I should reduce it to 24. Like, I can't do anything about it now, but I still have the project there. I haven't deleted it yet, so I might change it to 24 in the rendering process. See if that makes it better. Because it's almost like, on the gaming scene, we would call it screen rip or screen blur, is what it almost feels like. I don't know. I mean, it's definitely a longer video than I normally like, but I did the best I could on the editing process. So at least I made forward progress. I even started doing the rough edit on the next video already. So maybe for the next week, every other day I can get a video uploaded. That would at least get me into 2025 on my videos.
All the rain we've been getting. There's not a lot of rain, or you can't really tell. Like, it's damp, but none of the drainages have any water in them or flowing in them or anything like that. So we haven't gotten that much rain. Like, I guess, like within an hour after our run yesterday, it started to sprinkle and rain. So I would guess probably since the beginning, since yesterday afternoon, maybe a quarter inch or so is about all we got. Hasn't been a whole lot, but I also slept, off and on through the night, so it could have rained a little bit harder at some point, and I didn't know it too. Sucks it. All right, it's a good thing that I filled up the van, because today, probably just today, I'm gonna have to let that thing idle for a while to charge my batteries, because after last night, and I said this yesterday, that I was gonna have easily be done in the 60s, and woke up this morning, it was at 67%, which sounds like a lot, but it's actually less than that, because the way my meter works, it goes by I don't know how it works. I just know it's not completely accurate, because you'll get down to like 54%, and then all of a sudden your batteries are at 0. Things are going to be exploding out here this next week as far as like greenery goes. There's already all this green grass that I've never seen green grass out here. Why am I having a weak network? That doesn't make any sense to me. Now my dashboard says I have 0 viewers, so but it's like, what the hell? Usually, like maybe this little S-curve or whatever we're doing right now, I usually lose signal, but I've had weak network since we left. It doesn't make any sense. Where's my dog at? I hear her. I don't see her. Oh, there she is. She was behind a bush. That's the same place as yesterday. She spent a long time at. There must be like a little rabbit den or something right there. Actually, it's starting to get pretty dang warm, but will get really cold once we get to the top of here. You hit that wind, it's windy out here. something. Hopefully she noticed me go by her. There's a lot of times, like, she was literally like 10 feet away from me when I went by, and I'm talking loud. Sometimes she gets so hyper focused on whatever, here she goes, that she doesn't even notice that I went by her. I think one of my main reasons why I'm so winded. Granted, I am getting in, I can feel my fitness starting to come back, but I've been running in calorie deficit for the last couple days, so I think that's one reason why I feel so tired and winded. You see what the totals are for snow are up at Flagstaff. They're talking at Arizona Snow Bowl. They're on Mount Humphreys. Anywhere from 1.5 to 2 feet of snow. I think the last estimate actually even said a minimum of 2 feet. So it might even get more than that. Network connectivity. I don't know what's going on today. It must be just the weather. No explanation other than that. I do often wonder, and it makes zero sense to me, that it would affect it that much. But it seems like I have the worst network connections when it's windy. Why would the wind blow 5G signal around? What sense does that make? I mean, as a prior physics major, never did get my degree, but physics enthusiast, we'll just say it that way. As a physics enthusiast that understands wave mechanics, it doesn't make any sense to me why the wind would affect 5G signals. But it seems to do that in real life. I feel like a real Phoenician in a way, because it's 50 degrees and I got my gloves on and long sleeve shirt with a coat. Where in Montana it'd be like t-shirt, shorts weather. She wants to do the long loop, but we're not gonna. Here we go. Ah, see. Okay, we've been coming up here pretty much every day for the last week and a half, and I've never had issues up here. Oh, now it finally connects. on what my dog's wanting. There's nothing in that direction. She's looking at me like, let's go this way. There's nothing over there. That's just a flat spot. Like, that'd be a good spot to camp at. And there's a part of me that really wants to do it. Like, I could make the drive up that road. I was super careful. In fact, I'd probably be easier for me to do it now with a little bit of dampness. Because it's not just dust on the wall. Slippery dust on the so cool. Can't kick my ass. A little bit in like my calf muscles and Achilles are a little bit. I was stiff, but my legs don't feel tired, if that makes any sense. Like, there's a little bit of stiffness, but no tiredness. And I've done twice as many miles this week as I have since Mammoth 200, which was, what, like a month and a half ago now? So, enough rain has come up here that it's almost started to make puddles now. Puddles, is that my stripper name? True to form, like I said, with this weather, there's like nobody out here doing anything. No vehicles, nobody camping, no four-wheelers, nothing. Like, as soon as the rain started yesterday, like for the while, because it, you know, this wind is coming straight from the south, which is the direction of the storms. Way the wind is blowing, I've been able to have my side door open a little bit, so I can still hear traffic on the road and everything. There has been hardly any compared to a normal weekend when it's like freaking, oh gosh, dang it, kicking rocks, convoy after convoy, freaking side by sides going up and down the road up to Crown King. And then people exploring all these little side roads. Man, it's so cool. Over here in the branches. I'd love to go and explore a little bit. What do we do? We'll see. Now that I have time, we might do that. Although I'd have to... Do I have enough food? Because I only bought enough food the other day to make sure... Is there cows here? Because that is like new cow food. Granted, yes, it's been raining, but there's older cow poop here that's been rained on. It is. Like that. But like the other day when I bought groceries, it was just enough to get us through today. Do I have enough food? Yes. I'm just eating. If I'm very diligent, I have enough breakfast, lunch, and dinners for at least another 5 days. And my limitation is breakfast and lunch, not lunch. I'm actually probably still good for a while. My limitation is breakfast, which ain't a big deal. I can always have a protein shake for breakfast in the morning. It's just if I want to take some pre-workout, protein shake is a good mix. A vanilla chai pre-workout or something, you know. Me, when it comes to pre-workouts, I don't do it too often, but I do it when I need a little extra motivation in the morning, or I need to poop for like 3 days. I don't want to get caught out in a run. So usually if I take a serving of pre-workout, then I'm pooping within like 15 minutes. Sometimes less than that. Oh. Yeah, we're gonna be good. There's nothing for at least a good hour. It's all over on that side. That's what the radar shows too. And then there's a band over there. Like right here. Radar didn't show anything for over an hour. Okay, we're gonna be in and out of signal now for a little bit. Some of these rows a little bit. There's a little water reservoir right there where she can get a drink. Maybe she'll be fine. And I have water for her. Oh, looks like somebody new over here camping out. Okay. Be careful like which pre-workouts I have. They have to be at least like tested and assessed certified, you know. Drink tea. Distance runner, probably mid-distance. USATS mid-distance is different than my mid-distance. 5K runner. They got banned for, which is naturally found in certain foods. And I don't know, it's like I watched a thing on it, like an impartial documentary, I guess you could say, on it. And she just came back, and what this last year was she was done with her ban. But I watched an impartial documentary on it, and it's like, and she truly did get it from, like, the only thing that made sense, oh, this is not good. Okay, this stuff is wet and damp, so it is super slippery, and this is stupid steep. Be super careful on this. Try and find stuff that I'm not going to slip on. Little steps, I guess is the way to say it. Oh geez, almost went down right there. You know, because she had a pork burrito, that's where it comes from. It's like pork. It's a place you could like trace it back to. And it's like, but then everybody's like, yeah, there ain't no fucking way. You know? And even you saw it was like, yeah, there ain't no fucking way that that's where you got it from, you know, type of thing. But then it's like, no, it actually could be, but the thing about USADA, you know, it's the opposite of in the US where from him, everything made absolute sense. But what he was having to say on it, and it's like the whole process, and it's like there's, and I'm coming from like a rest day for you. Ooh, colonoscopy. Well, good luck. Make sure you fart good afterwards. But coming from like somebody in the military that used to do drug testing and knowing the chain of custody and all that kind of stuff, they don't have that in the drug testing, especially international, for, you know, a good race organization for a big international race where they're, you know, a good race organization for a big international race where they're going to be doing drug testing. They keep lot numbers so that lot numbers can be tested of all these products just in case somebody pops hot. But it's like for a race like UTMB, especially when you're talking like regular food or whatever, and it's like, one, they would not retest like his stuff, which is unusual. And two, you already knew. And two, it's like all the different volunteers and everything. Could have got, you know, some of those volunteers probably take that heart medication, and you never know. Happened is like ridiculous, especially the freaking his urine samples was in the dude that was in charge of, like, you know, taking the samples and stuff. It was like sat in his fridge back home in his house for like 5 or 6 days or something like that before he even took it to the lab. You know, it's like there's so many things that were issues, you know, in the chain of custody and timeline. And then then they didn't notify him for like a month. And it's like, and then, so then after that, like all this is said and done, you know, and you try to appeal it, get him to retest and all this kind of stuff, and they wouldn't. And now you're like 3 months later, and it's like you have to think about everything, any possible place that, you know, contamination could have happened, you know, while you're on the race course or previous to the race course, any of that kind of stuff. I just like, let's just say they could do better. Like, the way the military does it, is it the best process in the world? No, it's famous for people complaining about the way they do it. But as far as like chain of custody goes and all that, It's like if you pop hot on there, you don't have an argument. Like it is like tracked so hard. Seems to be sketchy. Yeah, I don't get why it's so bad today. Like even our walk out, like on the backside here, I usually have the signal will go in and out, but usually by here I'm good. But even climbing up the mountain where I have great signal, line of sight, full bars of 5G, and we were having issues. It made no sense. I don't know what's going on today. Something is going on with the, maybe it's just because the towers are overloaded maybe or something. I don't know. And I do think I get deprioritized a lot. As I go through a lot of data with my data plan, and so I think it's like, this dude's used like, 1 terabyte of data. Like, we're gonna deprioritize him. The dust, like, what her deal is. She doesn't care. She's just like, whatever. Bye, Felicia. That's what she said. Oh man. Well, you get out of the wind and it feels freaking hot. I was freezing in that wind, which is why I put freaking long sleeve and a coat. At 0 wind, I'm like roasting now. Which isn't good because I'm gonna be sweaty and we're gonna start running back into the wind. Like the one's behind me now, I can feel it a little bit again. We're gonna be running into the wind. I'm gonna freeze my ass off. They say, sun's out, guns out. One of my favorite jokes, you know what they say about a man with big feet? They say this to a girl, and they immediately start, their dirty mind. And then you look at her and you're like, he wears big shoes, yes. Or my ex-wife's favorite joke, that she would just get red and giggle before she even got the answer out. It was like her favorite dirty joke, even though it's not a dirty joke. It could be considered a dirty joke, I guess. But the joke goes, what do they do to the Tickle Me Elmo dolls before they leave the factory? They give them a couple testicles. Oh man. Okay, I have like line of sight, 5 bars of 5G UW, and sketch signal. Sketch network. It's not even a signal. I keep saying signal, but there's a big difference between signal and network connection, Netcon. My Netcon is good. Oh, see, it's raining enough here. I wonder if she got a drink. Puddle. Little puddle. Looks like she drank a bit. is right where when we would run this last spring, because there'd be a little bit of rain. This is where I would hope that there was water for a lot of times. Yeah, this makes no sense. I got to nice, sweet girl. Did you get a drink back there? We're starting to get a little bit of connection now. I'm starting to I was having to refresh every 5 seconds. I don't know what is going on. I was talking about this earlier. I'm like, it always seems like, because it's super windy today, that whenever it's really windy, it's like it affects my connection, like my network connection. And that doesn't make any sense to me why that would be. But like, see, now I lost it again, and I'm staring right at the frickin' cell tower right there. It's not even, but maybe 3 miles away from me. I have, like I said, I have 5 bars of 5GU dub. Like, I can push frickin' 3 megabytes on 2 bars of 4G. Like, it makes no sense. I don't know. I guess it's just gonna be one of those days. A frustrating day. I always thought it was just Montana where we had these issues, but obviously having the same issue here too. Oh wow, the smells right here. Oh, well, the mesquite is. Oh, what's the mesquite? Oh, that's not the mesquite. I thought that was the mesquite that I was smelling. Something is smelling so good, like florally, but not like what I've been smelling so far. Huh, what it is. Yeah, weird stuff. It makes no sense to me. It makes 0 sense. Figure out what we're gonna do now for the next couple weeks, since we're not going back east. I found out that I am not working JFK, which in a way sucks. In a way it's good, because I was gonna lose money working that race, but it was gonna be a nice opportunity to go see some friends. Need to, so next April I am doing a fundraiser where I will be doing the day before the Boston Marathon. There's this fundraiser organization, fundraiser, like veterans and stuff. So I will be in Boston with a rucksack, a backpack, 35 pounds, and we're going to do 26, 22. So I'm going to try and get the link on my thing here to start raising money for that. I'm trying to raise $950, I think is what the total is. And if I don't raise the $950, then it's coming out of my pocket. That's the tough part. But it's a team. A couple of my friends asked me to join their team, so I did it. So I'll be over there in April doing that. And it's the day before Boston Marathon, so then the next day we'll hang out there and cheer people on and stuff. The nice thing is, I'm pretty sure I'll be able to park at a friend's house, so I won't have to probably, well, I wonder if I can take her on the ruck march. I would guess and say I probably could, right? I should look at the rules to make sure. I think she would enjoy it, and it's a self-supported thing. Like there's an actual route. I think they do have like some water stations and stuff. About half of it is on the actual Boston Marathon course. Yes, it should be a lot of fun. I'm excited for it. But maybe get the overlay added. Because there'll be a way. If it's anything like every year, I usually, which I won't be this year, not if I'm doing this fundraiser. A lot of times I might do an Alzheimer's, what they call the longest day to 48 peaks. This fundraiser that me and my friends, these same friends, we do every year, which runs in conjunction of go hiking back in New Hampshire. And one of my friends, her mom passed away from Alzheimer's, so that's why it's kind of we do that every year. But I'm not the best fundraiser just because I don't have a huge social media platform, you know, so it's like it's hard for me to raise money. I've been that way before. Like I was in the Boy Scouts and I might sell like, you know, 5 boxes of popcorn or whatever back in the day, and most of that was to my own family, you know. Just get cut across. See if she notices. I wonder if she wants to go to the pond. We can make her let her go to the pond. She's staring at me. Car. This car gets here. All right, come here. Come here. We're gonna let this car go by first. Come here. Come on. And then we'll cruise over to the pond over here. Next November's Indy Marathon? No, you could. Believe me. You definitely could shave it up. Now I will say that. All right. Oh, this person's coming right here. What are they doing? Why are they parking right here? I'm just gonna go for a run. Oh, well, that's just weird. I'm like waiting for them to go by, and now he's gonna flop over here. No, sorry. Sorry. Sorry.
Oh, you're good. Beautiful dog.
Thanks. Okay, go to the pond. Oh, actually, no, that guy. She was trying to catch something. I don't know what it was. She was trying to catch something, probably a frog or something. Yeah, she's having a lot of fun. I'm glad we actually decided to come over here because she'll enjoy it. What are you doing, sweet girl? Huh? What are you doing? Don't necessarily like her drinking the water in here because it does look like some cows have pooped inside of it, but I guess for her it's probably safe enough. There's some mushrooms. Why in a year? I mean, I didn't run as fast as you did for your first marathon. My first marathon was way slower. But in a year, I'd shaved 40 minutes off my marathon time. But it is hard. It's like they say, it's like easier to, or it's, yeah, easier to, no, we're gonna go back. Sorry, we're not going up. Yeah, we're just gonna go back because I didn't bring enough water for that. Yeah. I didn't bring enough water, so we gotta, come here, Nari, come here. Hold up, come here. No, come here, Nari. Thank you. I hear a car coming. Nari! Oh, she's being such an idiot. She's like, oh, are we going that way? No, we're not going that way. Okay, let's go. Okay, come on. Oh, yes, I know. So excited. Must be having like a some sort of that's like a full-on aid station. So I'm wondering if they're having a like a training run for Black Canyon. I bet yeah, for the race. It makes sense. That's a chance. So he is a Hoka athlete. So. Well, he works for Hoka, I guess. I don't know if he is a pro athlete, but I don't know if he's truly like sponsored by Hoka. But I do know he works for Hoka. Whew. Whew. 2 halves for next year's marathon. Nice. Tell you what, I would never recommend this for anybody, but I dropped the most amount of time on both my half marathons and marathons when I decided I was like, for whatever reason, I was like, I'm gonna do a minimum of a half marathon every month of the year. And many of those were marathons. But there was one month, like March, April timeframe, where I did 5 half marathons in a 4-week period, and then 2 weeks after that I did a marathon. And my times just got so good. Like even, oh god, I almost tripped right there. Just my half marathon times from the beginning of that 5-week period or 4-week period, I dropped 25 minutes in just my half marathon times. It was crazy. And the last half marathon I did technically should have been the hardest because it was high altitude. Oh, now I know why she goes that way. There's kind of a main road or something that goes over there. I wondered why she kept going up there. It's like she thinks that is the actual trail, when it's not. This is the trail. Oh, I gotta try to get some snot out of my nose. There we go. Like, I always have like a goopy nose when I'm running, no matter what the temperature is. But if there's a little bit of a cold wind, it gets twice as bad. Yeah, I'm right here. so it was like, where the fuck is that guy? I think we might get back right before the next band of rain hits. Right there. I can't tell if it's a guy. There's something blowing in the wind. Like a piece of like plastic, like foil. Something. No, it's hard to tell. Like, it looks like it's blowing in the wind. But it looks like it's so big that it's somebody up there on the side of the hill. There's no trail right there. Like the way it's moving, it could be somebody like digging, but then other times it doesn't. That is definitely somebody. That is definitely a person. They must be digging. I wonder if they have like a little line claim right there. Why are they shiny? Maybe they got like one of those little space blanket whatever's on. I don't know. Somebody else. That's just weird. And then it's like, where's that guy parked at? Because there was nobody else parked around here anywhere. Ooh, now we can't see him because he's behind this little knob. Too bad I didn't have my Hoka shoes on. Could have got some free stuff. Been like, oh, I wear Hoka shoes. It has to be a training run, like because Hoka is the big sponsor for Black Canyon, so my guess is it probably is like a big training run. You know, I can see this person again. Is it a person? Weirdest, like the movement of the guy is crazy if it's a person. I don't know if I can zoom in or not. Hold on, hold on, sweet girl. Don't leave me like that. Let me try and zoom in here. There it is, right there. What is that? It's hard to hold this thing steady enough with the way the wind is blowing. wrong button. That's the one I want right there. It looks like a old. What's the explanation they had for Roswell? A weather balloon. It looks like a weather balloon flapping around in the breeze. But every now and then, the way it moves, it almost looks like somebody digging. But it's also moving like those big air noodly Gumby machines that places use. That's what it looks like the way it's moving. So I think it's just a piece of old foil of some sort. But again, like I said, every now and then you look out there and the way it's moving, it looks like somebody digging, like with a pickaxe. I'm not even hitting anything, and it's like sliding to the left, sliding to the right, trying to do the Cupid shuffle. And see, now you look at it from this side, and it definitely looks like someone digging. Whatever reason, oops. Every now and then I get to running and I start pushing myself, and it's like, this is supposed to be a recovery run, you fool. I'm supposed to be freaking at a 160 heart rate. What are you doing? But it's these uphills, because this is uphill all the way back to the van. It's like, ground is so soft after this all this rain we've gotten the last 24 hours. We just ran through here what, 2 nights ago, like a day and a half ago, I guess. And it was way more solid feeling than it is now. Like even these rocks, like you step on a rock and it just sinks into the dirt. Where it was like concrete, hardened concrete, like before. I would have known there was a freaking run going on. I would have reached out to see if they need a videographer. It truly is a training run. Like I know Hoka has their own like videographer that they have, but I'm guessing it's, if it's part of the Black Canyon stuff, then Air Viper running would be in, collaboration, I guess, with Everyone Running. And so they may have needed a videographer. And it's probably something they didn't even think about. I'd guess. Although, usually for something like this, for videography, they would contract deliverables as well. And I'm not the best. Oh, she found a rabbit. I'm not the best editor. Even though I don't mind doing short form. Form editing isn't too bad. But I'm not the best at it. Oh, there she is. She's up on the other side. I was like, I can see the trail. She ain't on the trail. The trail's over here. Well, there's our hill right there. And we're just on the other side of that. Shoot for 315 next year. No, you need to shoot for 310. 310. I declare, Raccoon should, we're gonna start a poll. Like my fastest actual marathon, when I was like racing marathons, road marathons, the actual fastest marathon was a 3:18 when I was trying to get a BQ, and I was on pace to that race for like a 2:49, and then at mile 21-ish, my friendly left hamstring started cramping up on me again, the one I injured, my old injury friend, and I guess it slowed me down a lot. I actually had to walk about a mile, and so yeah, I went from 2:49 to finishing at a 3:18 and limping across the finish line. Now fast forward like what, 4 or 5 years after that, and I ran a 50K in this is a trail 50K in like 350 something, 351 or something like that. So it's like trying translate that, and I would have, you know, on a road, that easily is a sub 3 hour marathon. But I've never actually just ran an all out marathon or trained for one since that 3:18 that I got. So we'll see. Maybe we can break a PR at USATF for the 50K maybe. I definitely won't, because my goal time, if I'm averaging for the first 50K right around like an 8-minute mile, I will be extremely happy. And that's what, like a 3:30, like something like that in that for a marathon? I don't even know. It's probably like a 4:20 on the 4:15, 4:20 for 50K. I mean, that'll be like a 4.5 hour 50K would be perfect. Oh, there's the bunny. Bunny was hiding right next to the trail. She didn't even notice it. She smelled him. He didn't kick up though until I went by. 3:30, yeah. Trying to do math in my head while I'm running is not fun. I can barely. There's a reason why I don't chew gum while I'm out running. I would trip and fall. I'm trying to do two things at once. Like, I'm not even really that good at like taking a sip of water out of my water bottle while I'm running. I usually stop and walk because I don't want to, I don't know, I'd probably choke on my water. Oh, we're taking a potty break. Don't leave me like that, we're going up. She didn't even get out of her squat. Like, she kind of half stood up and then whipped her head back at us like, are you videoing me? No. Oh, we hit it hard enough that there was little like actual water running down the road here. Maybe we did get half an inch or so. Or more, who knows? I don't think we got more than that, but maybe we did. I mean, up north of here by Flagstaff, it would be, what, the equivalent of about 2 inches of water is what they're supposed to get, 2 inches of rain. But it's going to be in snow, and it's typically a 1 to 10 ratio. So 1 inch of rain is 10 inches of snow. You had to practice slowing down to drink water? Yeah. Well, I was even that guy that, like when I was doing road marathons, I couldn't like be running and grab a cup from somebody. The water would go everywhere. Like, I just wasn't coordinated for it. And I practiced and practiced and practiced, never could just get it down. So going into an aid station, I would actually just walk over to somebody, and usually the last person in line so that I'm not getting in people's way. And then I would just stop and grab the cup to drink it. Like, because it was just like I wasn't gonna get any water if I didn't do that. And it's kind of weird to think about, like, marathons, like the way they design like aid stations timing wise and everything is like you don't have to carry a water bottle or anything. You could rely on whatever the aid stations have, including, because most of them even have, you know, like goo gels and stuff even. So you wouldn't even have to carry any nutrition really. But if you are a, you know, more mid-pack, back of the pack person, then obviously, yes, you're gonna have to carry stuff because you're gonna be, you know, hour and a half in between aid stations. You're gonna get behind on nutrition and hydration. Fair amount of custom data. You only had two stationary gels for the entire marathon, all the other water. Yeah, I think that's pretty typical anymore, just because so many people now are, you know, wearing like a running vest or a, oh yeah, we did get quite a, because this has that's a big puddle. Oh yeah, maybe we did get like half an inch to an inch of rain. Didn't seem like it, but I slept through most of the rain, I think. You know, or they're wearing like those waist belts or whatever where they can keep things in them, you know, that type of stuff. I mean, heck, they have those handhelds anymore that have the little pockets on them where you can put a couple gels in. Sun like is just shining right now, and I would say we're still probably a good half hour to 45 minutes from the next band of rain, but I could be wrong. I can't really see what's on the other side of here. Maybe my guess. Bam, there we go. Is the van still running? I don't hear it. Oh, yeah, it is. It's like, gosh dang, I hope it's still running. And your waist belt with the untied waffles and water bottle. Yeah. There's a lot of, like, even a lot of, like, the pros and elites, even like these bigger races, like these 100-mile races and stuff, don't wear running vests. They just rock a waist belt and might either have a handheld, or some of them even have the waist belts with the little water bottles things on it. Whew. Oh geez, I gotta go, everybody. My phone is gonna die, so I will see you guys maybe tonight. We'll see. I didn't notice that I was down to 1% battery, so it's gonna die. Hopefully I'm gonna sign off before it dies. Bye everyone, love y'all, and I'll see you guys next time.